Selamat datang, guru-guru. Good afternoon, everyone. So now it's 2:30. We shall start on time. So I'm Ed from Hamochi. So today we're going to go through Hamochi Math Challenge 2025, the event briefing. Just for your information, today's session is going to be a recorded session because we're going to share this video to the teachers who cannot make it here today. So as mentioned, I'm Ed Chow, for co-founder of Hamochi.my. So before we start, let's warm up a little bit. So for teachers, how many math questions were a 7-year-old willing to solve in a day based on your experience? So 10 questions, 20 questions, 50 questions, or maybe more. So based on your experience, maybe you can just share and type out in the group chat. So whether it's a 10, 20, or 30 or anything. So how many questions, math questions, were a 7-year-old willing to solve in a day? Okay, so we have teachers who mentioned maybe 10 questions. I think most of the teachers is typing 10. So let's have a look. So the answer is 900. So this is one of our past events and the record from one student. So during our 11-day school holiday event back in July 2021, a student in Penang actually solved over 11,000 math questions, an average of 900 per day. So in the chart, you can see as early as morning 6, the student already wake up and he continued to do the math until as late as 12:30 around. So this is the record of just one student. The result was just so mind-blowing that we have to limit the number of the daily questions to make sure that there is up there. So for today's agenda, so we're going through, later we'll have PMP to introduce themselves. Today events, we can make it happen because thanks to PMP from Penang. And we will talk a little bit of my journey, why Hamochi Math Challenge 2025, how to join, and support you can count on, as well as our past social impact. Then last but not least, we're going to have a Q&A before we end today's session. So here, I would like to have a huge shout out to Penang Math Platform, PMP, for beginning this happen. And I would like to pass the control to Intan from PMP.
Alright, thank you, Edison. Hai, Assalamualaikum, selamat tengah hari. Pertama sekali saya ucapkan terima kasihlah kepada cikgu-cikgu yang sertai sesi briefing pada petang ni. Untuk pengetahuan cikgu-cikgu, ini adalah sesi kedua lah. Yang pertama adalah sesi pada Mei yang lepas. So kali ini adalah briefing untuk sesi edisi September. Sebelum kita start untuk sesi briefing petang ni, saya kenalkan dulu PMP tu. Jadi saya dari Penang Math Platform atau secara pendeknya PMP lah. Kira PMP ni dia di bawah Penang STEM 4.0. Okey, di bawah Penang STEM 4.0 ni kita juga ada TechDome dan juga Penang Digital Library, PSDC dan juga Penang Science Cluster lah. Mungkin cikgu-cikgu pernah dengar lah PSDC ataupun TechDome. Okey, semua organisasi ni dia beroperasi under Kerajaan Negeri Pulau Pinang. Okey, dan kami melaksanakan program-program yang berlandaskan STEM lah, Sains, Teknologi, Engineering dan juga Mathematics lah. Okey. Kita buat program ni, kita nak memperkasakan STEM dekat negeri Pulau Pinang lah. Untuk pengetahuan cikgu, kita sahaja yang ada pusat-pusat STEM dekat negeri kita sahaja yang ada lah. Okey, baik. Next slide boleh? Okey, untuk Penang Math Platform ni, kita cover untuk matematik dan juga Inggeris lah, bahasa Inggeris. Dan juga kami bukanlah pusat tuition ataupun sebagainya, bukanlah, sebab sebelum ni parents pun tanya ingatkan macam pusat tuition, tapi bukan. Kami adalah salah satu organisasi non-profit organisation lah, di mana kami buat program ni dia dalam bentuk sesuatu yang fun, kita kata fun lah untuk student. Dan juga kita tak kata macam diorang dah belajar dekat sekolah dan juga mungkin dekat pusat tuition, diorang dah belajar dengan serius. So kami buat satu program ataupun aktiviti yang menarik untuk kita kata macam tak bagi diorang takut untuk belajar pasal maths dan juga bahasa Inggeris lah. Okay, dekat PMP ni kalau kata funds tu macam mana kan, program-program yang kami ada ni kami buat dari segi macam kita ada matematik, puzzle, kalau Inggeris kita ada Scrabble, kita ada juga Sudoku, dan semua program-program ni kita ada buat workshop dan juga competition lah. Memang sepanjang tahun kita ada learning workshop dan juga competition. Okay, dekat PMP, macam dekat dalam skrin kita ada 3 kategori program lah. Kita ada Spark, Engage dan juga Immerse. Okay, untuk Spark, kita tumpukan dekat Spark lah sebab dia lebih dekat dengan sekolah rendah. Okay, Spark ni kita macam touch and go program, maksudnya student datang sejam, 2 jam macam tu, dia orang buat aktiviti, kita ajar something, lepas tu dia orang buat, lepas tu dia orang boleh balik. Macam tu jugalah. Macam tu saja. Kira macam workshop, holiday camps, competition dan juga roadshow. Kita juga pergi dekat sekolah-sekolah jugalah kalau ada panggilan dari sekolah untuk buka macam buat aktiviti juga, kita pergilah kat sekolah. So untuk Engage dan juga Immerse ni lebih kepada sekolah menengah, di mana student-student ni diorang kena belajar macam diorang masuk kelas jugalah. Diorang ada syllabus yang diorang kena belajar. Dan dekat hujung program tu kita akan macam minta diorang buat satu satu projek kecil lah, kita kata nak uji pemahaman mereka semua tu. Okay, untuk kira apa yang kami buat ni, kita macam menyalurkan satu peluang untuk student-student ni untuk mengasah lah skill-skill diorang, critical thinking skill lah. Maksudnya kalau mungkin dekat sekolah diorang dah belajar apa semua macam apa yang perlu. So kami ni hanya sebagai macam salah satu bentuk suplemen lah kepada mereka, macam tu. Okay, next slide. Okay, kalau macam sebelum ni mungkin cikgu-cikgu tak kenal kami ataupun mungkin selepas program ni nak kenal lebih lanjut, nak sertai program-program kami, boleh jugalah pergi ke Facebook page kami ataupun website kami iaitu Penang Map Platform, ataupun boleh direct contact number yang tertera lah. So kalau mungkin lepas ni untuk Hamochi ni dia ada pertandingan akhir pada Oktober. So pada Oktober tu juga hari yang sama kita juga ada competition dan juga workshop yang lain. So mungkin cikgu nak wawarkan dekat student cikgu kan yang tak masuk Hamochi ni untuk mungkin join program kami yang lain lah ataupun competition yang lain pada hari yang sama lah. Okay, baik, terima kasih. Saya pass balik dekat Mr. Edison. Thank you.
Thank you, Intan. Okay, so let's continue. So thank you much, Intan, to explain about what PMP is. So for today, let me talk a little bit of my journey and how this gets started. So the story behind, actually I won an award in 2015, founded a software company and eventually deliver impactful projects for both local and international clients, which include SLNG, NUS in Singapore, Taxport in Malaysia, and so on and so forth. And I met Miss Tia in 2019, former principal of SJKST Kampung Merbau. She actually shared me quite a heartbreak story. She mentioned that kids are losing interest in learning this day. And what she told me shocked my mind is that back then the palm oil plantation, the seed is so valuable. The kids would rather go to a palm oil plantation just to pick out the seed and go and sell rather than go to school and study. So this is what I learned about the situation in Malaysia education. So we left the conversation moved and determined to help. So using what we know the best, which is the tech, to involve in education. So what is Hamochi? So Hamochi is an edtech company offering a learning platform for Malaysian primary school children designed to foster proactive learning. So we have games, we have math questions, we have other things that's going to attract the children. So our mission is to promote proactive learning among children, creating a world of confident kids, relaxed parents, as well as happy teachers. So today we have 103 active primary school nationwide. Our partner school includes SK, SJKT, SJKT, We have over 23,000 registered students today, and millions of questions are answered yearly. So let's have a look on our video. Give me a moment. So this is an introduction of our product. Okay. So in Hamochi, we focus on numeracy. We inspire children to revise the math through engaging mini games, as you have seen in our trailer. So we also have holiday fun program, which is what we are going to do in Penang in upcoming September. So each school holiday, we actually organize event where the children can join to learn, to grow, and have fun at the same time. So Hamochi is available in 3 languages, Bahasa Melayu, English, as well as Zhongwen. So it's accessible in all devices. So the kids can use mobile, tablet, and computer to access it. Our main character is called Hamochi, which is a combination of hamster plus the mochi, which is the 2 items are familiar with the kids. I mean, the kids are familiar with them. And the kids, when using our platform, they actually follow Hamochi and friends to learn through all kinds of stories. So if you are interested to know more about Hamochi, you can actually visit our website, www.hamochi.my, to try out some of the features. You can test out the math as well as the English storybooks. So for today, we were going to talk about Hamochi Math Challenge 2025 in Penang. Okay. So this year we're going to have 3 events, and one already passed back in May. So that was a one-up event. And the upcoming one we're going to have is September. So going to happen in September. Going to be our main event for the Hamochi Challenge. It's going to happen online, and the kids going to compete for real. And for the finalists who were able to win during this event, they will be selected and join the grand final in October. So I'm going to talk in detail for each of the event, for main event as well as the grand final. So to join, all schools are welcome. Actually, this event is open to public as well as the private schools. So once a school registered, all the students can participate, and the event is completely free. This event is recognized by the Pendidikan for the JP Jabatan Pendidikan Pulau Penang, sorry, and we are recognized for the PAJSK. So in the category of pelipatan 1 dan pencapaian peringkat negeri. So for the main event, it's going to be happens online. So it will begin 1 week before school holiday, which is from September 8th to September 21st. So it will run for 14 days. And during this time, the children can participate anytime, anywhere during the event. So for some of the school, based on the past experience, some teachers may ask, so if your school happens to have exam during this event period, you can actually start a little bit later after the exam is over. So how the contest going to happen? So the general rules is quite simple. For each school year, we're going to give them 15 math topics, which is aligned with the KSSR Semakan syllabus. And each topic, the students are required to answer 5 math questions. Children can obtain up to 3 stars per math topic, which is total 45 stars. If they answer correctly, they can get the star. And the children who collect all the stars are recognized as finisher. So they need to complete all the 15 topics in order to be qualified as finisher. So how the questions are set? Every time a child answers a question, our system actually generates a new set of questions. The answers are automatically graded and all questions are multiple choice. So what it means is that if you have 2 students who sit side by side to do the same questions in the same topics, so what will happen is that they're going to see a different set of questions because it's going to be generated on the time, on the spot when they are doing it. So they will not be able to copy the answer from each other. They truly need to understand the math in order to solve the question. And during the events, when they are answering the question, there will be a mini game. So they will be able to enjoy the game while learning the math. In the event itself, we have a ranking system. So the children actually can see and compete with their peers. They can climb the leaderboard. So the score, 85% is coming from academic and 15% going to come from game. The children can retry any topic to improve their result, and the total score is the sum of the highest score from each topic. So in this event, unlike the traditional contest, the math contest, the student can redo a topic again and again and again to get familiarized with the topic, to learn to how to master the topic. And the score, their highest score will be recorded and will be summed up as their total score. So during this event, we actually giving the daily ticket for the kids. So they go into the system every day, they will get the ticket. So why we do this is actually we want to protect the children from excessive usage. Because as you've seen last time back in 2021, a student can do 900 questions in a day non-stop. So it's a bit crazy for us. It's not good for their eyes and body and soul. So to protect the children for overusing, actually we limit the usage to 20 tickets per day. Means that each time they answer, they try to solve a topic, they need to spend 1 ticket. So, and the ticket will be reset every day. And for the daily usage based on this 20 tickets, it will estimate they will spend about 45 minutes to do the questions. So if they are run out of ticket, they can just always just rest and come back tomorrow. So resting. Children are encouraged to rest after 11 p.m. to next morning 7 a.m. So now we have imposed limitations. So when the children try to log in during the midnight, they actually will see the Hamochi is sleeping. So we want to tell them it's okay to rest and continue the challenge on another day. Okay, grand final. So for the main event in September, so after the children complete and we compile the results, so the top scholar from each school year may represent their school in the grand final at USM Penang. So we're going to have a physical event in USM. More information will be revealed later, so we will give the information to the teachers. So let's have a look on the performance in May. So this is what has happened in Penang, back in May for our warm-up event. The event actually is organized nationwide, so actually we gather the nationwide statistics. Back then, there's 101 school registered, and 35 schools is coming from Penang. Total, we have 6,851 active participants, means that those are really engaged. And 2,010 students managed to complete all challenges topics. So attendance rate is about 33% and completion rate is about 29%. So if you wish to know more about what happened back in May, feel free to contact me and I can share the report to you. So how to join? So if you are interested to join, we actually have the YouTube teach how to join. There are just 5 simple steps to host Hamochi challenge in your school. I will go through here quickly. So the first step is quite easy. Just send us the information, fill in the registration form, email the student list to info@hamochi.my. Second step is just to inform the teacher, parents, and students. We will provide all the materials, including poster as well as message. Third step is to host an opening ceremony. It's very important to tell the student that the school actually have an event going on. So we normally will encourage the school to announce the start of the event during the school assembly or in a computer lab or the classroom. Then fourth step is just to host a closing ceremony. So acknowledge the children who complete the challenge. We also give prizes to all the finishers. So if your student manage to complete all the challenges, we actually will send the prize to your school. Then last but not least, the fifth step is just share us the joy. Send us a photo of delighted children via the school feedback form. So after they have completed and received the prizes, just take a photo and share to us. Okay, so if you are interested to join, these are the support that you can count on. We will provide all the materials as per mentioned, so including the event poster and message. There will be video guideline in YouTube for all, which includes you, the teachers, as well as the parents and the student. We have in 3 languages. We provide the Malay, English, as well as the Chinese video guideline. We have a helpline and WhatsApp community. So for the students who join the events, actually you can support them through the WhatsApp. Anything facing by them and you can always just contact us through the WhatsApp. So let's have a look on our past social impact other than the main event. So we are endorsed by many schools nationwide. We are recognized by teachers in terms of education equity, academic improvement, as well as fun. We are also trusted by parents in the same aspect for enjoying active improvement they can see in their child. We are loved by children. So this one is the latest one, SKPG. So you know the children love our games once you start to receive all the artworks from them. So these are all the drawings we receive from the children. So children love Hamochi. So impact is felt nationwide. So this is what happens last year, September 2024. At one point of time in 8 p.m. night time, there are 589 students actually doing the math question nationwide. This is back in last year. And this year, in May 2025, 9 p.m., so we have 750 questions. You can see from different area of the Malaysia is doing the math questions. So here is a case study for SJK Jabor Pahan. It's a micro school. So there is only 11 students in the school. So what we can see is that the participation rate, the school has been with us for quite a number of years. So the participation rate gradually increased to 100%. But importantly is to see the completion rate, which means that the finisher, the student who managed to finish all the questions. By mentioning finish means that they actually need to get 100%. Full mark. It's not 80%, it's not 60%, we only accept 100%, which means that they actually answer correctly for all questions. So for those students, you can see that it gradually increased from none to 3, consistently 3 students after a series of events. So we can also observe that the number of questions has been increased throughout the year. Every question per student also increased from 177, eventually reached 211. So what is important here I want to highlight is actually this one, accuracy, their score. Their score, if you see closely, it starts with 79, but eventually it raised up a little bit, then it dropped back to 78. But it's a good thing. So I'm going to show you detailed statistics to tell you why it is so important. So this is actually one of the student reports. Muhammad is a primary 1 student back then. Now it's already primary 2. So he actually improves his understanding of continuous subtraction from 0% to 100% after answer 290 questions over a 3-day time. So we can actually see that from the beginning, he actually got 0, 0, 0, 0 star. Eventually, he got 1 star, 2 star, 0 star. But eventually, the score keep on raising, and he managed to get 3 star, which means perfect score after answering 290 questions. So because the children are willing to answer more and more questions, it will bring down the score in average. Because we actually calculate the score, including those are not performing. So the 0 score, 1 score, we calculate everything. So what it means is that actually we successfully provide a safe space for the children to make mistakes, to fall and not to be blamed. So this one is important because it's like learning how to ride a bicycle. So in order for a child to ride a bicycle, actually we need to encourage them to just to keep on trying, even though they may fall down, feel some pain. But then the important point is to get back out, to continue to ride until you can ride a bicycle. So from the statistics we have seen, so we actually managed to provide a space that the kids actually like, what they love. They're willing to try on again and again, even then the score getting lower at the beginning. But it keep on increasing because they're willing to try and learn. Eventually, they can stand up again by themselves and to try. So this is the things that I want to highlight and that Hamochi have managed to achieve. Okay. So I have presented everything about the Hamochi event. So if you are interested later, I will share the information, the link on how to join. Now is the Q&A session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. So you can just unmute yourself to ask the question, or you can always just type out the question and I will answer. So you can type your questions in the chat. Then I also can address your questions. So while waiting some of the teachers to ask the questions, so I will share a little bit more stories. So in one of the case, because actually we visit a lot of the states in Malaysia, not just the Penang. We have been to Terengganu as well as the Perak and the other states. So what we observed in one of the cases is that we actually visit one of the school for the closing ceremony. So in one of the closing ceremony events, actually I personally witnessed children cry out loud during the school assembly. So it's a very young little girl. I think it's just age of 8. That should be primary 2. So she just cry out loud when the other student is on the stage to receive the prize from completing the Hamochi. Yes. So there's one teacher raised the hand. Teacher, you can just unmute and give me a moment. Let me find. There's one teacher raised the hand, but where it goes? Okay. I will not be able to unmute the teacher. So actually, if you have question, you can just unmute yourself. Then you can ask, or you can just type out. Then I can address your questions. Okay. So for the things that just back to the story a little bit. So what happened is that the kids actually keep on crying while the other their peers, the other children is receiving the prize. So what touched me is that by doing these events throughout the year, is the little girl actually just tell the teacher what she felt. She actually felt very sad because she actually have tried the event, but she did not finish everything. She just stopped halfway. And because she thought she had never had the chance to read, because normally in a traditional math contest, there's only first, second, and third. So only 3 places for the kids. So she see the other peers is performing much better, so she stopped crying in a halfway. So, but at the school assembly, she found that actually everyone has a chance to win a prize. So as long as they're being a finisher, actually we keep the prizes. So every of the friends get the prize, but she did not. So she cried. She's kind of like regrets. She felt regret not finishing all the math questions, which she actually able to. and she cried and shared to us and the teachers. So it actually touched me to the point which made me move on to continue this event for so many years. Because I find that it's important for us as an educator to provide a chance, opportunity for the student to actually to be acknowledged of their hard work, especially for those moderate students, not the first, second, and third, but the other 4, 5, 6, and the rest, to give them a chance to be acknowledged by the teachers, by the parents, that as long as they perform, they understand the things, they can be rewarded. So I think that one is quite important. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what is happening. The teacher who raised the hand, not able to ask questions. Maybe later you can contact me instead, since every teacher has my WhatsApp. Okay, so let me end this. So the more the merrier. So I will welcome every teachers and your school to join. And of course, for the teachers, I understand that not every school will be joining. If your school decide not to join, but you are interested, which means that you want your class to join, you can actually still sign up. We still can help you to register for your classroom. So we also, there are few classrooms actually join in this way. We actually encourage that as well. But if possible, we try to get everyone to join. Because based on the statistics that we have collected throughout the year, the more the students are joining in the school, actually the performance of the school are increased. The theory is quite simple. So I also share this because last time we actually have this event just for 3 days, 5 days. We try a different kind of format at the beginning in different schools. Why we set it as the 14? Yes, later I will send to WhatsApp group as well, no worry. I will also share this video and to the group chat later. So why we set it as a 14 days after so many years of trying is because we find that actually students, there are a lot of students who wait and see the other students to start before they jump in. So normally the miracle happen on the 3rd day. I would say the important one normally on the 3rd day. The first day, the students who are very excited and fast, those who react really fast will join. But those is normally just about 3%, 5%, not too much. Just a few of students for a class. But after they join, they enjoy, they go back and share it to the other students in the same classroom, their friends. Then on the 2nd and 3rd day, eventually the other student will jump in. They will come and jump in, they will join in, they will try out, then they will kind of like brag how they perform, they tell the other friends, how are you doing, how am I doing, and so on and so forth. So those things happens, the network effect will happen if the more student is joining, the effect is greater, and we actually see the performance is much, much better compared to just 1 or 2 students. So if possible, I will encourage to involve the whole school. But nonetheless, if can't, you still can register your own classroom.